following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And a good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program. And yes, it's a bit rushed of an opening today because the Baltimore Orioles and California Angels not only did not play on Friday night, one of these or Thursday night, a weekend series coming up here for the Angels. I also had my blood drawn about 15 minutes ago, which kind of put a crimp in my lunch, to sit there and be eating it. Oh yeah, we got to get blood out of you. So they've determined I am human. I know that that's always a stretch. So that's what we got going on for you. So as far as the ball game is concerned, it's a preview of the 1979 as I'm about to get a drink here. Thank you, assistant. Thanks, Fana. All right. So as my lovely wife gives me my Gatorade, we can now continue. It's a preview of the 1979 American League Championship Series between the Baltimore Orioles and California Angels as they were redoing the Big A that particular year. The Orioles are in first place currently in this replay, and the Angels are in a big dogfight with the Royals, the Rangers, and the Twins, while the Orioles battle with the Brewers and the Yankees for there. So 7 teams still, as we play the 18th of August, within 5 games of first place for those 2 playoff spots. So, as we said before, our primary focus now the rest of the way, although we probably could be slipping in some Philly games back in because the Pirates have knocked a couple off of them, are going to be on the American League. Those are where the races are hot. So Chris Knapp looking for win number 13. Scotty McGregor on the hill for the Orioles. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today from Anaheim Stadium, across from Disneyland and a bunch of orange trees. It is the California Angels, third place in the American League West, hosting the first place in the American League East, Baltimore Orioles. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so as we bring you to the ballpark, Chris Knapp taking his warm-up tosses. He's making his 21st start of the year. He is 12-7 with an ERA of 4.40. He is a flyball plus pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 92. He has not faced the Orioles. His last start was a 5-inning job against the Mariners last Sunday, the 12th. 5 innings, 12 hits, 7 runs, all earned in a loss. So 133 innings, 146 hits, 23 home runs allowed, 71 total, 65 earned. He walked 35 and struck out 74. And how you doing, Super Bowl tournament? One of the people that is helping to construct a brand new version of Pro Strategy Football for you, and Mr. Forsberg. How you doing, Mart? This will be the lineup that Chris Knapp will face. Larry Harlow in center field will lead it off for Baltimore. Rick Dempsey behind the plate will bat second. Pat Kelly in left field will bat third. Kenny Singleton in right cleans up. Eddie Murray will bat fifth at first base. Doug DeCinces, who will eventually become quite familiar with the infield here in Anaheim, will play third and bat sixth. Lee May, the DH, bats seventh. Rich Dower will bat eighth and play second. And Mark Belanger at short will bat ninth. Clinton is singing in the rain. Must be it's raining where he is. Being out home from a walk today, and the skies just opened up. Second day in a row. Merv Rettenman, speaking of former Orioles, is a 2 and a 3 in left as we look at the Angels defense. Rick Miller, a 10 and a 7 in center. And Lyman Bostic, a 7 and a 6 in right. And for the Angels, they're down to the last couple of weeks of Lyman Bostic before he was shot and killed. Poor guy. Carney Lansford is a 6 at third. Jamie Anderson is a 5 at short. Dave Chalk a 3 at second. Joe Rudy a 4 at first. That does not spell championship defense in the infield. Brian Downing a 6 and a 5 behind the plate. And Chris Knapp is an 8 on the hill with an .857 fielding percentage. That's also not that great. Harlow steps in at .250. 9 homers and 44 RBI. So the Angels 64 and 59. The Orioles 68 and 51 on a Friday night in Anaheim. Pitch to Harlow, struck him out. He got him on the outside corner on a 3-2 fastball. And that's how this one starts. Here's Dempsey, 213. Rick has 5 homers and 33 RBI. Amp winds and deals. And there's a base hit left center field. Miller will pick it up. And that's the first base runner for anybody. Pat Kelly at .335. 7 homers and 24 RBI. And since we had the football connection in here, he is the brother of Hall of Famer and former Cleveland Brown running back Leroy Kelly. Pitch to Pat, ball 4. So Knapp lost him on 4 pitches. Fastball at 91. Here's Singleton, 276, 20 homers, 49 RBI. It is a talented family, Jamie. Good morning, Lorenzo. He'll be seeing probably not as much of the Dodgers. They have the biggest of the 4 divisional leads at 6 games. Everyone else is within 4. Struck him out. Look at Nolan Ryan game here. Knapp got him with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball looking. So 2 out for Murray at 297. 20 homers and 84 RBI. So Knapp already thrown 21 pitches. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Ball 4. Yep. We've secretly replaced Chris Knapp with Nolan Ryan. Let's see if anybody will notice. It just hasn't worked out that way. We had Tanana a bunch at the beginning. The Sensei at 244, 21 homers and 67 RBI. 2 grand slams on the year. Pitch to DeCinces is a fly ball right field, but Bostic will come in and make the catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit. The Orioles leave them loaded, half an inning down. Baltimore nothing, California coming up. So Scotty McGregor is 11 and 10 with a 3.74 ERA. This is his 24th start. He's got 8 left after this. And his previous start against the Angels, 7 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4 in a loss. Fly ball pitcher and the fastball at 85. Last time out, the Yankees shelled him. On the 13th, 3 hits, 10 innings, 5 runs all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. So 175 2/3 innings, 181 hits, 16 homers, 77 runs, 73 earned. He walked 37 and struck out 82. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Dave Chalk leads off at second. Merv Rettenman in left field will bat second. Lyman Bostock is in right field. He'll hit third. Don Baylor, the DH, cleans up. Joe Rudy at first will bat fifth. Carney Lansford will bat third and play sixth, or bat sixth. He'll play third and bat sixth. That's easy for me to say. Brian Downing behind the plate will bat seventh. Anderson, the shortstop, will go eighth. Miller in center field will bat ninth. And Knapp threw 28 pitches in the first. No, there will be no Torres Guidry matchup come October unless the Red Sox find themselves. First quarter, New Orleans 26, Oakland 22. And you'll probably never intentionally see a Koufax and Marichal matchup on this channel. So chalk at 262, no homers and 26 RBI. Defensively for Baltimore, Kelly a 5 and a 3 in left, Harlow a 6 and a 5 in center, Singleton a 6 and a 7 in right. Yep, I do not like 60s dead ball. The Sensei a 7 at third, Belanger a 10 at short, Dower a 6 at second, Murray a 6 at first, and Dempsey a 5 and a 7 behind the plate. McGregor an 8 on the mound with a .961 fielding percentage. Although next year there will be no DH. So chalk at 262, no homers and 26 RBI. Pitch to chalk is a ground ball that hits off the mound, off the leg of McGregor, and goes into right field for a base hit. You're entitled to your opinion, Lorenzo. Here's Rettenmund at 316, no homers and 11 RBI. Throw to first, chalk back. Game number 120 for Baltimore. And the Angels are playing game number 114? No, 20. Ron can do math. 124. How about that? Yeah, it did. McGregor thought that was a soccer ball. Yep. Dead ball. Pitch to Rettenmund is a fly ball left field. Harlow will get there. One out. Here's Bostic. Lyman at 309. No homers and 55 RBI. Lyman hits a ground ball base hit right side. Singleton will pick it up. Chalk will go to third. So runners on the corners and one out for Baylor at 245, 25 homers and 80 RBI. Pitch to Baylor is a fly ball left center field. Harlow is there. Chalk will reach back and tag and he'll score, and it's 1-0 California. I didn't say I was a huge fan of today's baseball either, but here's Joe Rudi, 287, 18 homers, and 76 RBI. Rudi, line drive to Dower, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We've played 1. It's California 1, Baltimore nothing. So May, Dower, and Belanger to face Knapp here in the second. May at 243. 21 homers and 73 RBI. Yes, you and Clinton are quite biased. That's when you were 14 years old. Pitch to May is a long drive to left and gone. Rettenmund turned and watched it go. And so it's 1-1 for May. That's his 22nd of the year, and that was just a shot that would have hit off the scoreboard. So 78 degrees here at Disneyland. Winds blowing left to right at 15, and the Chamber of Commerce says it's a beautiful night. I think the 70s took a bad rap because of all the cookie cutter stadiums. And that the game really had changed so much from the 50s. Here's Dower, 250, 3 homers, and 30 RBI. I was 14 when the Mets took it all, too. Different Mets team. Pitch to Dower is a fly ball to right. Bostock is there and makes the catch, 1 out. So here's Belanger at 215, no homers and 23 RBI. I mean, in 1957, they didn't have anybody playing west in the majors outside of Kansas City. That was the furthest you went. And by 1961, you had both leagues with teams in California. You had three. You had the Dodgers and the Giants in the National League, and the Angels were an expansion team in the American League. Pitch to Belanger is a fly ball to right. Bostic is there, and that will be the second out. So 9 batters deep for Knapp. 37 pitches, an inning and 2/3. 2 hits, a home run. That was to the solo shot by May, and he's walked 2 and struck out 2. And so certainly by the early 60s, the Roger Cahn's, boys' summer era was there. Harlow struck out his first time up. And there's a ground ball base hit. So that was a bad jump by Anderson. Third hit for the Orioles. And that brings up Dempsey, who singled his first time up. Nothing wrong with being an Expos fan. Harlow goes, a throw down to Chalk, and Larry's in there with a stolen base. That's his 11th of the year. Yeah, baseball had to change because by the late 60s, football had taken over in popularity. Of course, football really is the ultimate television sport. So a 1-0 count to Dempsey. Here's the pitch, and Rick sends this one into left field. That's going back there. Retman goes. It's gone. So Dempsey makes it 3-1 Baltimore. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Orioles. Retman gave chase, but he ran out of real estate. So Knapp is now allowed 25 on the year. Here's Kelly. He walked his first time up. Yeah, and by the 60s, TV was the dominant medium. Baseball is the ultimate radio sport. Pitch to Kelly. Struck him out. Knapp got him on a 2-2 fastball at the knees. But the Orioles get 3 runs on 2 homers, 3 hits, and no errors. This time they don't leave anybody on after an inning and a half. It's Baltimore 3, California 1. So McGregor has been handed a 2-run lead. Lansford at 315, 4 homers and 37 RBI. I got to take this call. I'll be right back. Has every appointment in the world today. So Lansford, I told you about. Murray and the Sensei play for the bunt. Lansford's not going to do it. There's a fly ball to the left. Kelly is there. 1 out. Here's Downing. Brian at 274. 5 homers and 40 RBI. Got my blood drawn while I was eating lunch. That was fun today. Downing, line drive. Belanger's there. 2 out. It's Jim Anderson. Hitting 140, 7 for 50 with 4 RBI. McGregor deals, and there's a ground ball to the Sensei, and that ate him up. So Anderson on first on the air. The Sensei picked it up and kicked it. Here's Miller at 283, or 282 rather. A homer and 20 RBI. This is August 18th, 1978. Friday night in Anaheim. Here's the pitch to Miller. Strike three. So a curveball got him on the inside corner, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and an error. We go to the third, 3-1 Baltimore. And so let's show you the standings here. The Angels are in third place, 3.5 back behind Texas and Kansas City. In the East, Baltimore 3 back of Milwaukee. Milwaukee's run differentials now is 101. That is the best in baseball. Yankees are 4 back. The Red Sox have still moved to Washington. In the National League, the Dodgers are 6 ahead and won 3 straight. San Diego and Houston still above 500. They are not a good road team. And in the East, Philadelphia by 3.5 over Pittsburgh. Yeah, Bostic got shot in Chicago, I think. I'll click on his name when he pops up. Oh, I can do that now. Yeah, Milwaukee. September 23rd. So the Angels losing the last couple of weeks of the year. I think if most people replayed 1978, that Milwaukee will win the East. Their starting pitching is that good. Their bullpen is horrible. Singleton struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Knapp strikes him out. A 1-2 cutter at the knees for his 4th strikeout. And that brings up Murray with a walk. And there's a pop-up right side. Chalk. It's 2 out. There are some good seasons in the 60s. 64, I think, is criminally underrated. You know about the Phillies, of course. The Sensei's 0 for 1. And their collapse. And that was a 4 or 5 team race coming down the stretch. But a lot of people don't remember the Orioles and the White Sox took the Yankees to the last weekend of the season in the American League. Pitch to the Sensei. Into shallow left center. Here comes Miller. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After we go to the bottom of the third, it's 3-1 Baltimore. 67, everybody knows about in the American League. And if anybody could hit more than 220, someone might have put that league away. Of course, that came down to the last day. One of the rare times, in fact, I think it was the only time that NBC ditched out of AFL football to show baseball. They actually showed the Twins and the Red Sox to the country. So McGregor threw 9 batters, 2 innings, 2 hits, 35 pitches, and a strikeout. Chalk singled his first time up. He'll do it again to the wall in left center field, and Chalk's in there with a double. So 3-1. Rettenmund is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And there's a little looper into center field. Chalk will hold at third. Nobody out. So runners on the corners and nobody out for Bostock, who singled his first time up. I did not read the score. New Orleans 60, Oakland 59 at the half. Someone wanted to know if DC United or DC UNC had a chance. Had a channel. There we go. The Commodores and John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John with the big musical hits of August 1978. You're once, as Buckwheat would say, twice, wee times a waity. It sounded more like Elmer Fudd. And of course, the hit from Grease, You're the One That I Want. Pitch to Bostock is a ground ball to McGregor. Chalk will hold, throw to second for one, and Bostock beats out the beats out the play to first. No throw. So again, runners on the corners and one out. And Baylor with the sac fly his first time up. Yes, you would never hear that performance on a Fortnite stream. You would, however, hear it on the Gong Show. And J.P. Morgan would be slamming the gong for me immediately. Pitch to Baylor is into center field. That's going to get home a run. Harlow's got it. Chalk will score. And it's 3-2. Here's Joe Rudy. Joe's 0 for 1. Throw to first. Bostock back. Oh, of course it's personal, Lorenzo. People love Lorenzo so much. I got a note the other day, a comment on a game. Thanks for keeping Lorenzo in line. That would have been Ned Martin and Jim Woods last year, right? August of 78. 2 weeks in the backwoods of Maine, or Clinton Parks' neighbor. Listen to the Red Sox on the radio, and that's when it all kind of came undone for Boston. Pitch to Rudy is a ground ball to DeCinces. Long throw across the way to Murray, and that will be an out and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 4th. It's 3-2 Baltimore. So Lee May, who homered his first time up, will lead it off. Neutral ballpark pretty much tonight. Batting average is nothing positive or negative for the lefties, plus 6% for the righties. Home runs plus 16 for the lefties and minus 11 for the righties. Had 3 in the ballgame already, including 1 by May. Pitch to Lee. Gets away from Downing on strike 3. Throw down to Rudy is a strikeout. For Knapp, that's 5. Here's Dower. He's 0 for 1. Clinton was in Whiting Field in Florida, outside of Pensacola. My oldest aunt, my mom's late oldest sister, was born in Pensacola in 1945. So my grandfather was stationed there at the end of the war. Pitch to Dower is a liner to left. Rettenmund is there, and there's 2 out for Belanger, who's 0 for 1. Knapp winds and deals. Struck him out. So that's 6. So 1-2, strike 3 called to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-2 Baltimore. So it'll be Lansford, Downing, and Anderson. So I kind of teased Clinton that next season won't have a DH. And it's true. You guys in December will get to decide what season from 1946 to 1960 I'm going to play. Pitch to Lansford. There's a liner in the left center field, and that's a base hit. So Lansford's on with a single, and that'll bring up Downing. 5th hit for the Angels, by the way. Downing 0 for 1. McGregor's given up 5 hits already. 3-2 Baltimore, bottom of the 4th. Lansford is safe, throw to first. I'm leaning towards 49 is always intrigued me. So many walks. 46 has that great race in the National League between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. Struck him out. Downing goes down swinging on an 0-2. And so that's a second for McGregor. Maybe even I could get the Red Sox to the World. 48's a good year. That's the year that should have been an all-Boston World Series. Thank you. 59's a good one. 54, that's the year that the Yankees won 100 games and lost. The only time that Casey Stengel won 100 games. And they lost. Some good. 57 was a good National League race, too, between the Reds and the Braves and the Dodgers. Pitched in a throw to first. Anderson, Lansford back. We're going to bunt? We're going to bunt. Anderson squares. Bunt is down. Dempsey throws it to Dower, covering, and it works. Lansford moves to second, 2 out. Rick Miller's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And there's a ground ball to Dower over to Murray, and that will retire the side. And the Angels get a hit and live on after 4, 3-2 Baltimore. 60. The last year of the original 16. Harlow 1 for 2. Larry singled, stolen his 11th base of the year. Struck out and scored. Knapp threw 18 batters, 71 pitches, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 homers, walked 2 and struck out 6. Pitch to Harlow is a fly ball to right. Bostock is there for the out. 1 away. One more chance, Lorenzo, for me to have the Red Sox underperform in a replay. Here's Dempsey. He is homered. He had 2-run shot in the second, singled in the first. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Struck him out. 2-2 on the outside corner, and that's 7 for Knapp, but he is blowing through pitches left and right. He's at 82. Kelly is walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. By the way, Big Monty attached his Amazon Prime account to Twitch. Yes, yeah, you. And subscribed. And so he's the latest subscriber here on the channel. So I now have, pretty much thanks to Lorenzo, 15 active subs. That's a lot of footlongs at Subway. Kelly has walked and struck out. And there's a liner in the center field. Miller is there. Chalk got a late jump on it and made the poor play. So 5th hit for everybody. 2 out. And here's Singleton, who was struck out twice. Thank you. Kelly goes. Downing throws down to Cirk, and it got him. Anderson put the tag down, and that will be it. Halfway home. No runs, a hit, and no errors. After 4.5, Baltimore 3, California 2. Come on. You can do it. Oh, a full-size screen today. How about that? Glacier Cherry Gatorade 0. All right. I believe you just go to sub and hook it up with your, if you have a Prime account. If you haven't used it elsewhere, you can use it on my channel. And so Tribe Fans gotten Subway for lunch. We have Subway right next door. So you just go to a sub, and then when you go to pay for it, I think you just say you have Prime. Never done it. Baltimore didn't get any runners in the runs on the first. Don Baylor sacked Flyman at 1-0 Angels in the bottom of the inning. Then the Orioles smashed 2 homers. Lee Bay a solo shot to make it 1-1, and Dempsey a 2-run shot to make it 3-1. And Baylor hit a sac fly to make it 3-2 in the third. McGregor 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Knapp, since he's already thrown 87 pitches, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. What do you think about that? Chalk is 2 for 2. Dave has singled, double, scored twice, and that's it. McGregor threw 18 batters, 66 pitches, 4 innings, 5 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Lorenzo, you do a ton. Don't feel like you got to run out there and do more than that. To be honest, it's pretty much a 50-50 proposition with Twitch and myself here, and that's fine. It's their platform. You need 1,000 subs on YouTube, and I'm at 705, by the way, I think. Pitch to Chalk is a line drive, left field foul, and so somebody from San Pedro made that catch, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Chalk is a ground ball to Murray. Takes it to the bag himself for the out. Yeah, 60's kind of a dud season. There's a dud season. And for whatever reason, the National League started a week earlier than the American League. And yeah, the Yankees outscored the Pirates 2-1 and lost. Breton Mendez 1 for 2 with a single. Pitch to Merv is a ground ball to Murray. Takes to the bag himself for the second out. The only really pre-war season that intrigues me is 41. And that's much more for the individual performances than any standings. Bostock is 1 for 2. Got himself a single. 3 runs, 5 hits, an error for Baltimore. They left 3 on. Angels 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 4. Pitch to Lyman is a fly ball to left field. Kelly is there. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 6th. It's 3-2 birdies. Lorenzo nearly strayed for a pair of Yankee sneakers. The spirit of Walt. Tommy was in Montreal. Singleton 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Knapp, foul back. We'll do it again. 2-2. So Knapp probably in his last inning. And struck out 7 through 5. And there's a fly ball to right. Back goes Bostock. He'll make the catch on the track for the out. 1 away. 6 foot out for Lyman. You know, if you kept the Giants at Seal Stadium and gave McCovey and Mays a decent ballpark for 80 games of the year, you know, how many more times would the Giants have won the pennant? Murray's 0 for 1 with a walk. No, that's true. Excuse me. Tommy is awesome, but yet he turned... Well, we all kind of do after a while. But no, Tommy loved the Dodgers for sure. Absolutely for sure. Pitch to Murray is a fly ball to right. Bostock is there. That's his 7th put out. And there's 2 out. Socha reminds me a lot of Tommy in that sense. A lifer. I think he got a lot more out of those Angels clubs than most people would have. Probably overstayed his welcome by a few years, just like Tommy did. The Sensei 0 for 2 with a strikeout, but I don't think the Dodgers win it in 88 without Lasorda. If you think about it, Gibson got hurt, hit the pinch hit home run in the LCS, and his only appearance in the World Series was the home run. That was in 88. They did not have the DH in the National League Park, and Earl Hershiser had 3 hits, which is more than what Canseco and McGuire had in the series combined. Tommy could get the most out of his teams. Even his Olympics wins were impressive. Pitch to Sensei is a long drive to left. Rettenmund is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 6th is 3-2 Baltimore. I'm tired today. The Gibson home run was one of the most iconic at-bats. Yes, it's the Baltimore Oriole Tigers versus the California Angel Tigers. Don Baylor has driven in 2. He's had 2 sac flies and has driven in both the Angel runs. 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. McGregor deals, and Baylor hits a ground ball to short. Belanger deep in the hole, over to first for the out. Brings up Rudy, who's 0 for 2. No broadcast tomorrow. And we'll let you know on Facebook what we're doing for Thursday. The next game will be Kansas City and Texas, by the way. And I got to make sure I got the right ballpark for Texas. Rudy 0 for 2. McGregor's pitch to Joe is a liner foul, third base side. And somebody wearing a Tiger hat from Saugus, Massachusetts makes the catch. Why? I don't know. McGregor from the line. Delivers strike 3. So McGregor got him to swing and miss on the 0-2. That's 3 for Scotty. And then I'll bring up Lansford as 1 for 2. That's right. We did the first anniversary show for Digital Dice yesterday. Aunt Becky is the name of his sidekick. And she delivers pineapple pizza in her Uber. Pitch to Lansford is a ground ball base hit but past Belanger. And that's a 6 hit for California. So Downing 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 1-run game here. Wind's blowing out to left center at 17 on a beautiful night in Anaheim. Throw to first, Lansford back. And there's a line drive to Dower, and that will retire the side. No runs a hit. The Angels leave a runner on. We go to the 7th, 3-2 Baltimore. Yeah, a big game for both teams. So Knapp, which is something I need, will face May, Dower, and Belanger. And we'll see how much longer we go with Knapp. May 1 for 2, homered in the 2nd, and struck out. And he'll strike out again, an 0-2 change on the outside corner, 1 away. That's 8 for Knapp. And that brings up Dower, who's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. We got a good afternoon. We got the good morning. The 1-2 on the inside corner. And that's 9 for Knapp. His season high is today. He had 8 against Oakland on June 8th. So Belanger's 0 for 2. He has struck out once. Knapp, probably his last inning, throws, struck him out. Good night. He strikes out 10. Belanger swung on and missed a fastball on a 1-2 count, and that'll do. Bottom of the 7th, stretch time, 3-2 birdies. So Anderson is 0 for 1. He's also got a sacrifice bunt. Miller and Chalk to face Scotty McGregor, who's only at 88 pitches through 6. Pitch to Anderson, ball 4. Talk up a pitcher, and he does something like that. Here's Rick Miller. Rick is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. McGregor from the stretch into right field. Singleton will move over, makes the catch. Anderson scampers back. So here's Chalk. Dave is 2 for 3. Single, doubled, and has scored twice. In fact, he has both of the runs on Don Baylor sac flies. And this time around, ground ball to Belanger. Dower for 1, over to Murray. Chalk can run. No, sir. So Chalk beat it out. In fact, you could say he outlined the bag. Here's Rentenman, who's 1 for 3. When Clinton was in the 5th grade, he lived next door to the grade school. Got to watch the Dodgers Twin World Series. And he remembers 63. So does Lorenzo. I honestly think one of the biggest mistakes baseball made was not going to midweek primetime World Series games in the 60s. Pitch to Rettenmund is a base hit up the middle. Chalk will go to third. Rettenmund on first. Runners on the corners, 2 out for Bostock, who's 1 for 3. Remember, the highest rated World Series was in 1980. The most watched World Series was 86, but the highest rated World Series was 1980. Pitch to Bostock is a base hit left field. Chalk will tie the game. Rettenmund will round third. Fergosi's going to send him home. The throw goes in the infield, and the Angels go up 4-3. So they waited and waited and waited. They bided their time, and they take advantage. So 2 RBI for Bostock. Baylor has had 2 sac flies and 1 at bat. He's 0 for 1. I could see that on a weekend. Yeah, that was a big clutch hit by Bostock. The Sunday game being a 4 o'clock game. They've tried the early starts on a Saturday, like a 6:30, 7 o'clock start, and the ratings were poop. But let's say you stacked in a big early football game on Fox. Giants, Packers, Cowboys, Washington, San Francisco, making a trip to the East Coast, what have you. And then played Game 5 of the World Series in the late afternoon. I think it would do a monster thing. And then you could watch the Sunday night game on NBC. Pitch to Baylor is a fly ball center field. Harlem moves over into right center, and that will end the inning. But the Angels get 2 big ones on the hit by Bostock. 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 8th, 4-3. So the Oaks are coming back down to earth a bit. New Orleans beats them 123-110, and Oakland falls to 12-14. They're still a game ahead of where they were. That's the ball game for Knapp. Dyer Miller won't be pitching. We're going to go with Dave LaRoche. Trying to get the 6-out save. He is 10-3. This is his 41st appearance of the year. 18 saves, an ERA of 1.66. That's pretty good. Against Baltimore, his 4th appearance, 2 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, and 2 saves. Last time out was against Seattle, and he only allowed a hit. I believe he only faced 1 batter. So 64 2/3 innings, 47 hits. It's 5 homers, 15 runs, 12 earned, 21 walks, and 48 strikeouts. Throws it hard, ground ball at 95. Harlow 1 for 3. Let's see what the computer does. Yeah, it was a quicker game, and television's part of the reason why they insist on having in the national games 18 breaks of 2.5 minutes. That adds up. And Carlos Lopez will pinch hit. So 4-3. LaRoche in for the 6-out save. Lopez at 177. 3 homers and 7 RBI. Pitch to Lopez is a fly ball, left center field. Back goes Renton to the track. He'll make the catch. 1 out. Did you know, because they've timed these sort of things. Here's Dempsey. He's 2 for 3. He's singled and homered. His homer was a 2-run shot in the second. His 6th of the year. And there's a ground ball to Anderson, who makes a diving stop by the bag. Throw to Rudy. Oh, it's an out. That's 2. So LaRoche, 6 pitches and 2 outs for Kelly. Will probably be pinch hit for. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, Andres Mora. At 188, 6 homers and 15 RBI. Pitch from LaRoche struck him out. A 2-2 fastball at 95, swung on and missed. And the Orioles go quietly in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the inning. It's 4-3 California. They've timed it. The average action in a baseball game, as in ball and play or strikeouts or that sort of thing, is about a minute longer than the average action in a football game. And I just can't see Joe Rudy, by the way, 0 for 3 with a strikeout, paying all that money for tickets for a football game, especially in the fall, especially in the Northeast, and standing around freezing and watching everything on the replay board. Pitch to Rudy is popped up. Belanger, 1 out. You go to a high school game, now obviously they're shorter duration as far as time per quarter. Watch a Vermont high school game in about 90 minutes. They do nothing but run, really. Lansford 2 for 3. Carney has singled twice. And there's a fly ball left field. Mora, who's a 5 and a 4 and left, will watch it go foul, and somebody from Fresno made that catch. Lopez, by the way, a 5 and an 8 in center. McGregor deals. Ball 4. So Lansford draws the walk. Here's Downing. Bryan is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Oh, Lorenzo was sweet and handed the... Who said that you caught it? Said someone from Fresno. Pitch to Downing is a base hit right center field. Lansford will go to third. Singleton will throw it in the infield. And that'll do it for Scotty McGregor. Tippy Martinez coming in. To face Jim Anderson. Tippy's 28th appearance of the year. He's 2-1 with no saves. And ERA is 7.32. So Earl Weaver pulls out the Chesterfields. Against the Angels, this will be his 4th time out. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He's walked 3. Throws it hard. Fastball at 98 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Pitched against his old teammates, the Yankees, 5 days ago. 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit, no decision. See, I knew you would do that. Lorenzo stole the poor kid's hot dog. 39 1/3 innings, 47 hits for Martinez. Just 1 homer. Has walked, or not walked, 32 runs are all earned. He's walked 34 and struck out 30. Last time he pitched against the Angels, his ERA was at 9. Wonder what the Angels serve for hot dogs. Jim Anderson is 0 for 1 with the walk and the sac bunt. Martinez deals Lansford on third into left center field. That's going to score a run. And Downing will hold at second, and it's 5-3 California. So they'll pinch hit for Rick Miller. And Bobby Grich will come to the plate. Bobby at 284, 8 homers and 53 RBI. Downing on second, Anderson on first, 1 out. 5-3 Angels in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Grich is a fly ball, left field and gone. So Grich slaps his hands. He gets one out on his old teammates. That's his 9th of the year, and it's 8-3. It's called the Halo Dog, okay? And all Moore could do was turn and watch that one go. That head off the big A. And Tippy did toss his tacos on that pitch. Oh, my goodness. How much you want to venture to guess that they're both made by the same manufacturer today? Here's Chalk. He's 2 for 4. Single, double, and a scored 3 times. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So full count, low and away. Brings up Rentenman, who's 2 for 4. He has singled twice and scored. There's a ground ball to Dower. He flips it to Belanger for 1. Over to Murray, and that should retire the side. It does. We go to the 9th, but the Angels seem to have broken this one open. 4 runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the big home run by Bobby Grich. We go to the top of the 9th. It is 8-3. So a couple of changes before I read my latest lecture. Bobby Grich will bat 9th, stay in the ball game at second. He's a 9 there. Landro, who should not hit, is a 3 and a 7 in the center. Singleton will lead it off. Murray and DeCinces to follow. Kenny has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. Have I not heard, Jucket, that ambiance plays a big part in taste and enjoyment of food? Ruminate on that, kid. Which is why Fenway Franks are the best, Lorenzo. Maybe a $9 cup of clam chowder, too. Pitch to Singleton is a line drive to left. That's a base hit. So that's a 6 hit for Baltimore. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Birdies. They've left 3 on so far. 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And 6 left on for the Angels. Murray is 0 for 2 with a walk. Struck him out. A 1-2 cutter. And that's the second for LaRoche. Lorenzo's giving me pearls. I don't like oysters. DeCinces is 0 for 3. Pitch to Doug is a base hit left field. Rentman will pick it up. So runners on first and second, 1 out. For May, he had a solo shot in the second. He's 1 for 3 and has struck out twice since then. So LaRoche delivers, and there's a line drive to Anderson for the second out. So Dower is a last chance saloon here for the Orioles. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Dodgers, by the way, are the 4th game on the schedule today. They play the Mets in New York. Lorenzo could have bought in the entire box seat section and social distance himself from everybody there. Mets are terrible. Pitch to Dower is a ground ball to Grich. Over to second, and that will be the ball game. So the Angels win this one 8-3. Then kind of tighten up that American League West some more. Knapp gets the win. goes to 13-7, goes 7 innings. Lorenzo's a closet Yankee fan, Clinton. 5 hits for Knapp, 3 runs all earned, 2 homers, May and Dempsey. He walked 2 and struck out 10. A season high and threw 112 pitches. LaRoche minus stuff, wow. 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. I saw a Narragansett truck today, by the way. Stuff tastes like rice. McGregor takes a loss. He goes to 11-11. 7 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3. The big homer by Grich pretty much put that one out of reach. But actually, that wasn't McGregor. That was Tippy Martinez that delivered that one. So there. I hit that button. You can see my hairline. Mabel, where's my black label? Actually, wow, the Dodgers and Mets are the first game listed tonight. The Mets are 47-73. So, oh, no, there's a full row here. Never mind, they're the 4th game. So the rest of the day in baseball starts in Chicago. The Cubs down the Reds 12-5. Roberts with a win, he goes to 5-9. Norman 7-10. Billy Buckner 5 for 5 with a double. The Phillies beat the Giants 4-2. Larry Christensen 12-8 with a win. Bob Knepper takes a loss. Luzinski 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Christensen, by the way, struck out 6 and walked a batter, and the Cubs pound out 16 hits against Cincinnati. That bullpen is god-awful. Rasmussen gets the win for San Diego. They beat the Expos 5-3. He goes to 8-4. Steve Rogers takes the loss. He goes to 14-10. Dave Winfield only hits a 6 of the year. Imagine that. 2 for 4 in that one. The Dodgers beat the Mets 10-3. We won't hold you in suspense. They go to 72-50. Tommy John goes to 8-11. Nina Espinosa and you goes to 7-13. And Joe Ferguson hits his first for the Dodgers his second time around and drives in 3. Pittsburgh 8, Houston 3. Jim Bibby goes to 7-7. Vern Rule goes to 3-2. Omar Moreno 3 for 3 with a double and a stolen base. In Cleveland, those Shy Sox shut him out 5-0. Prawley gets the win. He goes to 3-2. Wise goes to 10-10. And Greg Pryor with his 4th of the year. Greg is an absolute riot, by the way, on Facebook. Minnesota 7, Toronto 5. Dave Goltz goes to 10-9. Tom Underwood, not a devilish of a good day. He goes to 5-11. Roy Smalley with his 10th of the year, 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. Game you'll see the next time that we're together, probably Thursday. Kansas City 7, Texas 6. Foucault gets his first win of the year. Len Barker takes the loss. Mike Hargrove 2 for 2, hits his 9th of the year and drives in 3. Tigers 8. Where's Gardner? Where's Gardner? Gardner here? I'll wait. Atlanta 2, St. Louis 1. Preston Hanna gets the win. He goes to 9-8. Vukovich takes a loss 6-8. Yankees beat Seattle 6-3. Ed Figueroa goes to 10-11. Paul Mitchell does your hair and falls to 7-9. Jose Cruz, or one of the Cruzes, Todd Cruz, 2 for 4, his 3rd of the year. And Boston beats Oakland in 10. Despite the fact that the A's hit 5 homers. Rico Cardi with 2. His first 2 as a member of Oakland. That was a late season trade. And Wayne Gross hit a pair. But Boston and Tom Bergmeyer beats Elias Sosa 9-7. So Gardner's not here. He wanted to know the score of the Tigers game. I was going to read it, but since Mark Forsberg is still here, I'll read it to him. Wayne totally... That sounds like something from a Garbage Pail Kid. Wayne totally gross. Detroit 8, Milwaukee 3. Larry Sorensen, I believe that ends his bid for 30 wins. Dave Rozema gets the win. He goes to 10-9. Sorensen takes his 5th loss of the year. And Ron LaFleur goes 3 for 4. All right, now you're going to see some stuff. So, when we next get together, yeah, and that was his loss right there. Texas and Kansas City is what we got for you tomorrow, or the next time we're together. Philadelphia leads the NL East by 3.5 over Pittsburgh. The Dodgers are up by 7 over San Diego and 7 over Cincinnati. Milwaukee now by 3 over Baltimore and New York. Baltimore and New York are 68 and 52. Kansas City is a half game up over Texas at 65 or 66 and 54. California and Minnesota coming up at 3 and 4 back. So we'll see you probably Thursday at noon. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. You have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.